In the philosophy corner of this channel, we will introduce you to the inspirational notions of prominent philosophers. Our aim is to foster a deeper comprehension of fundamental ideas within the field of human resources management. In this video, we will explore the concept of language games as proposed by the renowned philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein and how it can help us better understand the power of language in our daily lives. Language is a fundamental aspect of human communication and understanding. But have you ever thought about how we use language and the impact it has on our perception of the world? Language games are a concept introduced by Wittgenstein in his book Philosophical Investigations. He argued that language is not a fixed set of rules and definitions, but rather a series of interconnected games that we play with words. These games are not just limited to traditional games like chess or football, but also include everyday conversations, debates, and even internal thoughts. Each game has its own set of rules and meanings, and the players must understand and follow these rules in order to participate effectively. One of the key aspects of language games is the role of context. Wittgenstein believed that the meaning of a word is not determined by its definition, but rather by its use in a particular context. For example, the word run can have multiple meanings depending on the context in which it is used. In a game of tag, it may mean to move quickly in order to avoid being caught. In a race, it may mean to move at a fast pace in order to reach the finish line. The meaning of the word is determined by the context in which it is used. In order for language games to work, there must be a shared understanding and agreement among the players. This agreement is not necessarily a conscious decision, but rather a natural understanding of the rules and meanings within a particular game. For example, in a game of chess, both players understand the rules and meanings of each piece without having to explicitly discuss them. This shared understanding allows for effective communication and gameplay. Wittgenstein also believed that language has its limitations. He argued that there are certain things that cannot be expressed through language, and that attempting to do so can lead to confusion and misunderstandings. For example, emotions and sensations are difficult to put into words, and often require nonverbal communication to fully convey their meaning. This limitation of language highlights the importance of nonverbal cues and body language in communication. Language games can help us understand how different perspectives and interpretations can arise from the same words. Each person brings their own set of experiences and understandings to a language game, which can lead to different interpretations and meanings. By recognizing this, we can better understand and communicate with others who may have different perspectives and interpretations. By understanding the role of context and agreement in language games, we can improve our communication skills. By being aware of the context in which we are communicating and ensuring that there is a shared understanding, we can avoid misunderstandings and effectively convey our message. Wittgenstein's theory also encourages us to challenge our assumptions and preconceived notions about language. By recognizing that language is not fixed and can have multiple meanings, we can avoid falling into the trap of assuming that our understanding is the only correct one. This can lead to more open-mindedness and a willingness to consider different perspectives and interpretations. Wittgenstein's theory of language games had a significant impact on the field of analytic philosophy. It challenged the traditional view of language as a set of fixed rules and definitions, and instead emphasized the importance of context and agreement in understanding language. His ideas also influenced the development of the philosophy of language, which explores the relationship between language and reality. Legal language is a prime example of a language game. The rules and meanings within legal language are often complex and require a shared understanding among lawyers and judges in order to effectively communicate and make decisions. This can lead to misunderstandings and confusion for those outside of the legal profession, highlighting the importance of context and agreement in language games. The language used on social media platforms is constantly evolving and can be seen as a language game. The use of hashtags, emojis, and slang all have their own meanings and rules within the context of social media. This can lead to misunderstandings and confusion for those who are not familiar with the language game, highlighting the importance of context and agreement in effective communication. In conclusion, Wittgenstein's theory of language games offers a unique perspective on the power of language in our daily lives. By recognizing the role of context, agreement, and limitations in language, we can improve our communication skills and better understand the perspectives of others. His ideas have had a significant impact on the field of analytic philosophy and continue to be relevant in our modern world of constantly evolving language. By unlocking the power of language games, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of human communication and perception. What do you think about the possible implications of Wittgenstein's theory of language games in the field of human resources management? Please feel free to share your ideas in the comments below.